Thank you for doing this testimonial for me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that it helps someone else.
Yes.
So tell me, what motivated you to see me for physical therapy?
I was originally diagnosed with central sensitization in 2018. And after a quick Google search and then calling around, they were like, well, if you have persistent pain, then you need to see Genevieve. So that was the start.
That was the start.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what have you seen me for so far? And if you don't feel comfortable with anything, just, eliminate.
No, so many things. So I think at first it was just I'd been in pain for a while. So just moving my body again at all. And also I had a lot of sensitivity to touch because my nervous system was freaking out. And then just since then, pain kind of moves around and it's been a slow process of it calming down. So some of it is been mobility stuff. Some of it has been the way that I have held my body for years and not realized it, and sort of unlearning some really unhelpful patterns. So it's been a lot of things.
Have you been to other practitioners to treat your symptoms?
So many that were very unhelpful. I don't know if you want me to list them. Obviously not by name, but
no, don't tell them by name.
No.
But just I don't want other people to say, "Oh, I've already tried this." So
I saw so many. I saw multiple physical therapists. I saw multiple chiropractors. I saw a lot of orthopedic kind of doctors and sports medicine, and a lot. It was a lot. I have a document with all of them.
Okay, so how was the treatment you received from me a little different or a lot different?
I think because there's a holistic approach to it, whereas a lot of people that I saw had sort of weren't taking into account the individual person's temperament and nervous system and what they were dealing with and what their day consisted of, and all of these things that play into mobility, and also your nervous system becoming heightened, or it's just very complex. And most of the people I saw were treating it one way. So I think so it would help for a while and then ultimately not help. So I think addressing it you're a whole person and not just that you need to get this one muscle loosened up, or this one. The nervous system piece is huge for me, at least.
Mm-hmm. What were your outcomes from your therapy?
So I basically went from mostly not doing anything active. Around 2017, I was homebound pretty much. And my husband and I were just talking about how it was a big deal for me to walk around the block. And now we're cycling and walking for miles. And so I think one is feeling my body will heal, it's made to function a certain way, and also learning the unhelpful ways that I have been moving myself, even if it's just from things that I've had a long time, or if it's bracing because I'm nervous about something hurting. So I think the outcomes are just that I am not stuck in my house anymore.
Well, sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So what did you learn about your body and general wellness that you didn't know prior?
So I think I saw a lot of people that would just loosen, maybe my hips were tight or something, and so they would loosen it and then there would be no strengthening. So I think I understand more why recurring problems kept recurring. I think I also learned that the language the practitioners tell you is really significant in if you're gonna brace or freak out about different parts of your body. And so I think just learning here's some helpful ways to move, and then for the most part your body wants to heal. So you're not I've been told by many practitioners that I had bones that were always popping out of place, or that there's all of these scary disc things happening. So I think mostly just having an understanding that your body is mostly it wants to heal and it wants to be well, and then the things I can do to implement that to help it calm and heal.
Wonderful. What type of treatments and money did you save by seeking out physical therapy first, or as like a second opinion?
Yeah. I mean, I wish that I had sought it out sooner, or at least like this more like holistic approach to physical therapy, because I feel like I saw so many people and spent so much money before I arrived here. And I mean, before I got into like consistent seeing a physical therapist and like sort of this adjusting my life to how my like what my body needs. I mean, I was set up to get like nerve injections and epidurals and all of this stuff. And so I think, I mean, I've saved myself quite a bit of money because that is going down a route that's just management instead of like correction and improvement. And that feels a lot more hopeless is not the right word, but it does feel like, I mean, it's expensive and it's more lifelong. And yeah, it just feels overwhelming.
Yeah. So you feel more empowered then?
Yeah, I think the route I was going took a lot of the power away from me, feeling like my body is broken and there's nothing I can do. And it's not going to get better, making me feel very sick. And so I think this route has made me feel a lot more like, no, there's like a lot of things you can do to like feel better and take care of yourself and change your diet and your exercise. Yeah.
Absolutely. Speak, woman. Okay. What would you like others to know about physical therapy that are maybe, on the fence?
Yeah. I mean, I think I am one of and I mean, my husband too, are some of the younger people that we know that go to physical therapy. And I think there's sort of this like understanding that like older people or people after surgery or people after an injury are the ones that go to physical therapy. But especially being someone that works at a desk all the time, like I think it is a good check-in and reset for me to like, I'll start getting like, I mean, we know hip tension or like feeling like some aches and stuff, and then noticing that like my posture's awful. So I think that check-in and like reset is like really important for people my age too. So when you're older, you don't have like all of these problems like compounded. I feel like it almost, I mean, I see pretty frequently, but it almost feels like how people get like a physical every year. I feel like it should be more like that because I went for years moving my body in ways that were really unhelpful.
Wonderful. Yeah, prevention would be amazing to transition people to that.
Yeah.
Okay, since you've done telehealth and you've seen me in person, have you gotten the same results in a telehealth setting?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed really any changes. And in a lot of ways, it's been, for me, it's removed some of the stress from like having to go and make it to an appointment in time and like stop my day and stop what I was doing. And so it's been a lot easier for me to just like be working and then incorporate it into my life and my like routine versus like when I mean, we're all working from home right now, but when I worked in an office, I would have to be like, I'm going to be gone for like 30 minutes and I'm going to come back. And so I think it's been a lot easier for me to commit to it. And it's removed some of the stress of like just having to put a pause in my day.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. I think I asked everything. Is there anything you want to add or anything you would like to tell someone, I guess, that anything that you want to add at all? I know you have a lot to add. And you want to tell people things, and I love that about.
I think there's so many people that I know that are my age too that have like a problem spot that just keeps like coming back, or they'll get like low back pain, or they'll get tight this or whatever. And I feel like if I could just tell them that like it is like your stress, it is like what you're doing during the day, it's how like you're moving your body, that like there's this like holistic approach to it. And it's not like a doctor will fix this for me. It's like I need to understand my body in a way that I can feel empowered to make changes and lower my stress and do meditation. And like, so I just think that it is important for people my age to do this work too, and not just like when you're 70 and your mobility goes down or something. Like, I just think and Matt and I have done this a lot too, where we have friends that will see like a chiropractor once or twice and then be like, oh, that didn't work. And we've tried to tell them like, well, you need to be like strengthening and addressing like what's your stress level like, and all of this. And so there's just like a sort of shift that is happening, but it's like, I just want more people to do that.
Well, I'm sure that this will maybe help a few people do that at least. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thank you again. And you're awesome. And
Trying. That was painless. That was great.
painless.